Hello everyone. First of all, a huge congratulations to Botho University class of 2019 on your graduation. This is indeed your celebration of your success. Nothing can take that away from you. Definitely not this tiny little virus that is wreaking havoc across the globe. I am indeed excited that we are doing this virtual graduation. While yes, there is a special warmth to a physical ceremony, the virtual ceremony has many advantages too. A broader audience. Imagine all your family and friends and future employers can view this. And also an amazing permanent digital memory to store. Yes, but before I go on, I must thank our Minister for Tertiary Education, Research, Science and Technology, Dr. Douglas Letchulathebe, for officiating at this graduation. I also would like to acknowledge our board chairperson, the advisory council chairperson, all government officials, industry partners, future employers, and of course, you, our graduates, and your families. Before we start this virtual ceremony, I must thank the Botho University Faculty of Computing student, Kimanao Mosedame, who developed the portal on which you're actually viewing this or participating in. Well done, Kimanao. I also thank every single person at Botho who made this virtual ceremony a reality. Well, what can I say about you graduating in the middle of this pandemic? Honestly, I tried to put myself in your shoes to understand what graduating amidst this crisis would mean to you. Globally, this pandemic has impacted 1.6 billion students, and in Africa alone, over 11 million university students are affected. All over, students are graduating this year, are walking out to a whole new world of work, very different from what we would have all imagined. But remember, see this half glass of water, but you can see it as half empty or as half full. If anything, I sincerely believe that you, your generation, are better geared to deal with change, this enormous change, than us, the older generation. With your technology capabilities and the ability to multitask, and of course your absolute energy, you are more than ready to deal with change. So what does being change ready mean? Well, to me, it means having a bigger bag of tricks. It means having an open mind, a wider repertoire of skills, and a willingness to change track when required. When there is so much uncertainty around you and you are not sure what the future holds, in fact, none of us knows what the future holds for us anymore. In such a situation, instead of stressing yourself, the best thing that you can do is strengthen yourself, both physically, mentally, and of course also intellectually. While we understand physical fitness, more exercise, a stronger body, mental strength is about having a more balanced view of the world, accepting the change and dealing with it, building more tolerance and compassion, not just for our family and friends, but also for others. Intellectual strength is to continue learning more skills. During this lockdown that just went past, Botho University actually signed up for 5,000 Coursera qualifications. These are online qualifications to build new skills. And these were offered to all our staff, students, and our alumni and yourselves, our graduates. And what I like about it is that all of you took on almost 1,000 of these qualifications. You registered for them, and I believe most of you would have learned some new skills. I'm so happy with this enthusiasm that you have shown for future learning. Keep it up. Nothing like learning throughout your life. At a time like this, really, at graduations, vice chancellors always talk about jobs. But at a time like this, I believe we need to have a completely different conversation about jobs. And what matters most to me here, more than anything, is that it's the mindset, a can-do attitude that moves away from an entitlement mindset. I think that's very important. There's no point waiting for someone to drop something in our laps. If we don't help ourselves, no one can. Even as we feel nervous and sometimes afraid, I know I have felt this a number of times, nervous and afraid of what this future holds for us. But at a time like this, we just have to trust ourselves and build our strengths. While this virus has been destructive, it has also been disruptive, changing the way we work, changing the way organizations function. Botho University is really a special community, and we have felt this change too. This is a community that has this very strong can-do attitude. When university shut down and the world went into lockdown and all teaching and learning came to a grinding halt in the middle of the semester, Botho University is among a few universities in Africa that leveraged on the technology investments we have and our well-trained staff and smart students so that we switched overnight seamlessly to teaching online. I am so proud of all our lecturers and non-academic staff across 4 Southern African countries who embrace technology and work twice as hard to keep learning ongoing and keeping students engaged. I am also so very proud of all our students who, despite the huge challenges that they faced, found ingenious ways to keep learning. Net result, we finished the semester successfully, almost in time, with almost all students participating. We have a few, of course, who were extremely challenged and could not participate, but they are being assisted to complete their semester now. Not only with continuing teaching and learning, our staff, particularly those from our blended and distance learning teams, conducted numerous training webinars to train teachers and students to teach and learn online. This was at the height of the lockdowns, when nothing was happening. And what's wonderful is that we had thousands of teachers, students attending these webinars, learning from them all across Africa, even some outside Africa. In addition, both university labs and facilities and support was made available to our alumni. An entrepreneur who made hand sanitizers and soaps during the lockdown, and she's carrying on. If you see her brand, Didintle, in any shop, I urge you to buy it. She is one of us. This is the kind of attitude that employers are looking for. A die-hard, yes, we can approach. Employers are not interested in those who are trying to justify and find excuses for their inability to do something under any circumstances. Let us take a step back, dear graduates, and ask ourselves, what kind of jobs are out there during this time and into a post-COVID future? Yes, there will be a post-COVID future, trust me. The beauty of businesses going online is that the job market is now in the cloud and is now suddenly accessible to everyone. No need to get on a plane, no work permits, no visas. This global job market, however, needs not only an online job-seeking set of skills, but also a strong ability to work with people of other cultures. It has become more important than ever that we put aside the baggage and prejudices we carry about people of another culture. Open your mind and learn from people of another culture. At the same time, ground yourself and feel the strength of the values of your own culture. The global job market, this virtual job market, also demands a very high set of skills. So whatever you know needs to be polished and refined further and further and further. While your degree, the certificate, and your transcript are important for credibility, what you know and what you can do, what all you can do, is what matters. At Botho, our efforts have been to provide you with a strong interdisciplinary knowledge in many programs. That is completely invaluable in this job climate, because you never know what is the nature of work that you're going to get. While yes, a number of conventional jobs may vanish, nothing stops you from volunteering to work, to find work. Sadly, without salaries. Please, I urge you, at this initial early stage of your career, don't chase the money, chase the experience. Yes, we all hoped our degrees will open doors, But it's different now. The doors are different, and many may not open, sadly. I mean, take the tourism and hospitality industry. Right here in Botswana and all over the world, the pandemic has completely crippled this industry. What can you, our fresh hospitality graduates, do? Definitely, the industry will see a slow reopening. Most definitely, yes. Your degree at Botho is one of the most holistic and practical qualifications modeled on European hospitality degrees. I urge you to go to these hospitality businesses that are slowly opening. Offer your services for nothing. Volunteer and in return gain valuable experience as a first step. I urge you, dear graduates, don't be paralyzed, instead be energized. The other area where jobs are always there, they are always available, are people-related jobs, community-related fields. The pandemic has exposed the immense social inequities and gaps all over the world, even in our country. So many things need to be done in our country, in our communities, while government will do more. There can be many self-help initiatives that can be done by you. Remember, social entrepreneurship is the future of entrepreneurship, not conventional entrepreneurship. Go back to your roots and to see what you can contribute. And you'll be surprised that a whole new world of work opens up. Please see yourself as empowered, educated people who can make a change. Mindset and attitude. Once again, I'm repeating myself. Mindset and attitude is the key. You are special people. You are Botho University graduates. The value of Botho, the human value of Botho, is really the answer to all our questions. At this time, when we are looking for answers, you, the Botho University graduate, you are tech savvy, change ready, and empowered. Never forget that. Keep your spirits high and build your strengths. We will come out of this stronger and better. Trust me. Stay close to us at Botho University. Register on the Alumni Association, and we will carry on supporting you. Once again, congratulations to you and your families on your success. I wish you well for your future. One last thing, wherever you are, mask up, hand sanitize, keep the distance, go well, stay healthy, and stay safe. Thank you.
Board chairpersons and your committee, Advisory Council chairpersons and committee, Vice Chancellor, Botho University, Sheila Rajaram, senior government officials here present, captains of the industry, Botho management, staff and students, distinguished guests, media here present, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor for me to be part of this historic virtual graduation ceremony. Let me first start by commending the class of 2019 for your commendable achievement. I also thank your parents, families, guardians, and indeed faculty for their support, sacrifice, patients enjoyed during your period of study, including the government of Botswana through the Ministry of Tertiary Education, Research, Science and Technology, which I had to have been part of your sponsorship. Your achievement is because of the collective efforts of all these people who encouraged and supported you to reach this critical stage of your academic journey. We have never imagined that one day the world will be riddled with such pandemic as we are battling today in the name of COVID-19. The pandemic has had so many effects on world economies, and Botswana is no exception. You will all be aware that the diamond industry is still a critical driver of growth, currently being the largest contributor of government revenue. The expected reduction in activity is likely to result in growth contraction in 2020. It is therefore important that as you enter the industry, you need to reflect on the roles you can play to assist the government and the people of Botswana to recover from the effects of COVID-19. There is no doubt that the pandemic has a lot of dark sides such as market turbulences, pressure on the health sector, and possibilities of job losses. However, there is also a brighter side of this challenge, and I wish to urge you to focus more on the brighter side of the opportunities presented by this pandemic. Some of the opportunities include more time in the advent of cancellation of major events and gatherings. This time can be used to reflect on all habits and routines to adopt new modes of adaptability. Such modes include virtual meetings, which are shorter and more effective, working from home, among others. The other brighter side of COVID-19 is the opportunity to innovate and be creative. A lot of organizations suffer from slow procedures, bureaucracies and rigid hierarchies, making productivity a far-fetched idea. The pandemic has forced many of them to break through these rigid systems and act swiftly in decision-making. It is, therefore, an exciting moment to be graduating at such time as this one, where the world is yearning for more answers to address the challenges posed by coronavirus. I am confident that Botho University, the BU, has adequately prepared you for the challenges that lie ahead. I am reliably informed that BU has firm focus on student employability, with everything they do evolving around producing a globally employable, entrepreneurial graduate with knowledge, skills, competencies, and attitude to drive productivity, growth, and value creation in our economy. The university's graduate profile, commonly known as Botho Graduate Profile, the BGP, endeavors to produce a Botho graduate that is imbibed critical 21st century skills such as articulate, innovative, entrepreneurial, collaborative, critical thinking, hardworking, ethical, confident, social responsible, and environmental responsible, in addition to, of course, their core disciplinary knowledge. All the programs are practical, industry-focused, and have built a semester-long internship and compulsory entrepreneurship and computing training. The years you have spent here have helped you to be industry-ready graduate. Let me conclude my remarks by commending Botho University for the efforts and contributions towards government efforts to fight the pandemic. Botho University has made a total of 1,742,500, of which 150,000 was in cash and the rest in kind. Most of the contribution in kind was devoted to provision of free online training for teachers, trainers across the various education levels, i.e. primary, secondary, and tertiary. This was meant to help capacitate stakeholders to transition on to online teaching and learning delivery. This is highly commendable, and my government has made note of such efforts. It is also worth noting that while leveraging on the gains of distance learning for campus learning, the same technologies used for the distance learning campus were implemented for campus learning students during the COVID-19 lockdown. Every campus learning student was enrolled on the university's virtual learning environment called Blackboard Learn and given material and support through the system like distance learning students to augment the face-to-face experience. I am told that Blackboard Learn is a cloud-hosted solution that works off a web browser and provides a number of features designed to support teaching and learning, including file sharing features, discussion boards, wikis, online assessments, and feedback features, amongst others. Through this feature, BU students benefited from learning without having to physically be on campus. I learned that there are around 698 students or graduates who will be virtually receiving various academic awards this morning. This is a commendable job, not only to the graduates themselves, but to the Botho University. More so that some of the students are graduating in postgraduate studies. I once more wish to congratulate you for the wonderful achievements you have and challenge you to go on out there and find ways of connecting and helping address societal challenges. Pula bagaetsho.
Hello everyone, my name is George Green. I'm a completing student at Botho University, class of 2019, and it is a great honor, I have to say, being presented with this award, Festus Mahai Award for Academic Excellence. But before I expand on that, for a moment, let's just talk about how I came to Botho University and how I find myself speaking in front of all of you. Anyway, I started as a student in 2015. I remember I came through the gates of the university, went straight to admissions, and it was crowded. I saw a brochure looking at all the possible programs I could do. And I remember I only had a vague idea that I wanted to do computing, which of course is not very specific, especially to parents. Anyway, so I look at this brochure and I see network security and computer forensics. I look at it and think, wow, this is what I want straight away. I even told the person who was trying to explain it to me what it was all about, and I told him I'm all in. Anyway, I started my first year, and it was an adjustment, as university is to everyone. You're in a bigger environment with more people, and you have to not only handle yourself psychologically, you also have to get it in your head to really master your studies. So I had a nagging question in the back of my mind. I thought, what would happen if I applied myself to the best of my ability and see what would the end result be. I was somebody who had been gifted with natural intelligence, but then I knew that it wouldn't take me as far as I wanted it to be. So that's exactly what I did. I just dedicated myself to my studies as much as possible, as cheesy and maybe as cliche as that sounds, but I believe that if you immerse yourself in something, it not only becomes this external thing that you want to learn, but it becomes a part of you and your identity. So as the years rolled on, I just got more and more curious about the course and the challenges I had to overcome. For example, I am speaking to all of you right now, but if I was to tell you that I am slightly reserved and maybe a little anxious, but I overcame that. I was able to put my mind in that direction to actually move forward, and this is where I am now. Okay, so the course was very interesting because it was cybersecurity, and you really get a chance to think about the world in general, security-related matters. Now, after all this time, I had been getting the Dean's Awards every semester, not to brag, but then towards the end, where I find myself now, I still retained a bit of humbleness. So when I got called that I'm getting the Festus Mohai Award for Academic Excellence, I didn't know how to react. It was like, oh wow, that's amazing. But I guess it's a testament to my achievement. So one last thing I'd like to say, when you get out of university, you almost have, I don't know what you can call it, an identity crisis, but the lessons I've learned here to stay well-mannered, calm, and use your head, think through things, that will really help not only me, but I hope to impact it on everyone to apply the same when you get out of university. Take those goals that you set for yourself. Put yourself slightly under pressure. Go ahead and achieve it. That's my message to all of you today. And thank you very much. I feel incredibly blessed and hope that the future really gives us what we need. We push forward and achieve our goals. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Let me recognize the presence of the Vice Chancellor, representatives of various faculties, and graduates. It is an honor to be addressing you today, given the circumstances of COVID-19. I know we all feel proud, and we are supposed to feel that way because we are graduating. But like challenging 4.5 years of academic journey in Botho University, there will be more to unfold, like low rate of world employability trends and keeping up with life standards after graduation. And I say it today of all times to remind you that time is a fortune. Don't waste it by living someone's life. Make yours count for something. Fight for what matters to you. My wish for you is to become hope. You're gonna need that. And even if we fail, what's better way to live? As we look around us today, seeing people who made us who we are, I know we feel like we are saying goodbye, but we will carry a piece of each other into everything we do, even into the world of work and wherever we go, to remind ourselves of who we are. We are Botho University, class of 2019 graduates. Hail, hail to Botho University, class of 2019. Congratulations and good luck on your next life. Thank you.
My name is Anderson Baitsi, current president of Botho University SRC Franstown campus. Protocol highly observed. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the students who are graduating this year, to say to them, this is just a virtual graduation, but the official graduation will be done after COVID-19 pandemic. Go out there and explore your innovation, leadership, and excellence that you have learned in Botho University. Set a trend for us who are upcoming graduates in the industry to say that we are employable. Also, to those who are not employed, go out there and explore your entrepreneurship skills by making your own businesses. We'll be there for you to support all the business that you have started. Lastly, I would like to encourage you guys to take care of yourself in this pandemic. Wash your hands, wear masks, and also practice social distance.
Vice Chancellor Sheila Rajaram, our Chief Guest, Honorable Minister of Tertiary Education, Research, Science and Technology, Dr. Douglas Letsula Tebe, all dignitaries here present, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor that I give a vote of thanks on this occasion where we have just witnessed a historic virtual graduation of the class of 2019. Words are not enough to thank our chief guest, the Honorable Minister, for gracing this occasion and giving a thought-provoking speech to our graduates and the entire BU community. Your speech, sir, has ignited the graduate spirits to continue soaring amidst the challenges that are posed by COVID-19. Special thanks goes to the Vice Chancellor, Sheila Rajaram, for her guidance and strategic leadership of Botho University. It is through her visionary leadership that Botho University has grown from humble beginnings to become a truly African university whose ideals is to contribute towards the growth of African economy. Let me also thank the corporates and senior government officials who blessed us with their attendance amidst their busy schedule. Your participation in this virtual graduation is a clear sign of the strong bond that we as Botho University have with both government and industry alike. Special thanks as well goes to the small but very robust organizing team for the job well done. You have indeed set the pace for others to emulate. Last but not least, let me say a very big thank you to the graduates for making this event truly theirs. I wish to encourage them to go out there and make a difference in the communities that they serve. The mere fact that you made it here to receive your awards is a clear testament to your perseverance and commitment to excel despite the challenges that could be out there. And in conclusion, I pray that the gracious Lord will spread his mighty hand over your lives, and his light will shine upon you as we send you forward, and that you will indeed become a source of inspiration and joy to your communities as you serve them. May you and all your loved ones be preserved and kept safe against this pandemic that is threatening to ravage the entire human race. I thank you.
University, be blessed.